Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. I'm Jill, your host. Blah blah blah. We're doing a blind today. Stick around. All right, everybody. Got a wild hair at my butt today, and couldn't decide what I wanted to do for a video. You can see that I have 3 Buffalo Trace products right here. We're going to compare them. That's what we're going to do today. Y'all should go like and subscribe and comment and do all the things and the stuff. I opened the Traveler yesterday. For those that don't know, and I'm sure you all do, this is the Traveler by Buffalo Trace, a Chris Stapleton whiskey. This is a Buffalo Trace. It is a store pick from Belmont Beverage in Fort Wayne. My other Buffalo Trace had like this much in it. It was almost gone. So we went this one. And then this is just regular old Blantons. I've had both of these for quite some time, but anyway, I opened this one yesterday for my son-in-law, and we sipped it and we talked about it. And my daughter's always been a big Chris Stapleton fan. She is not a whiskey fan. She's not a whiskey drinker, but so I let him take a sip of this and try it, and he came to the same conclusion that I did, that it's okay. It's just okay. And it tastes, I would say, without having compared them, he and I both agreed that we thought it tasted a lot like Buffalo Trace. So that got me thinking. When I saw the Blantons today, I was like, you know what we could do? So this is why we're here. This is how we got here. And that's what we're going to do, because they're all very similar in proof. Obviously, age is different. I can assume that this is probably the youngest. This is probably the middleest. This is probably the oldest, and I don't even think it's all that old. But I digress. I just wanted to compare. See, not even to see if I could pick which one was which. See which one I think tastes better. And do you know how disappointed I'm going to be if it turns out that the Traveler tastes better? It's fine. It's all okay. It's going to be great. So I have them poured in my glasses here. I have labels on the bottom. I can't see them. We're going to mix them up again and just, because why not? Sorry about the noise. I know that's loud. I'll try to do it quieter. Okay. Sufficiently mixed up now. I hope y'all have had a fabulous week. Okay. So we're going to start. This is glass A right here. And we're going to take a sip. All righty. So in the comments, I have to get these out of my way. I'm afraid I'm going to smack them and knock them off. Which ones do you think, which one, not ones, not multiple, just one, which one do you think is going to taste better? Everybody has different tastes, different preferences. I'm a fan of regular Buffalo Trace as a daily sipper. I can find it at Walmart for $25, and it's cheap. It doesn't blow you away. I mean, it's not extremely complicated palate, but it's a nice sipping whiskey. So I typically have one on my shelf, but like I said, my regular one's like almost empty. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's just do it. I don't feel like I need to give you history on them. That nose smelled like candy corn. Halloween's over. Unpopular opinion. I love me some candy corn. All right, sip number 1. That's good. That's good. Individually, I don't dislike any of these. I do think that Blanton's is overhyped, and I think most people do. If you don't, that's cool. It's a good whiskey. I just think people go crazy for it, and it's insane how crazy people go for this. Sip glass 2. That's the one. And here is where the problem lies. Those two were both extremely similar. This one, the finish was a little bit longer, but almost identical. Glass three, sip one. Cheers. And almost, and I guess this would make sense. It almost, like I almost get a plastic smell. And I know some candy corn is not very great, but oh, you remember the circus peanuts? Those orange, like fluffy. They're kind of hard, but like fluffy at the same time. They're called circus peanuts. That's what I smell. I love circus peanuts. All right. Glass three, sip one. I'm sure it was in my mind, but because circus peanuts was in my brain, I promise I tasted it in that glass. Just for a second, like a half a second even. That's okay. Also not a lot different from the other two. We're going to pause for just a second because, well, I forgot to bring my water. So sit tight for a minute. Okay, all right. We're back. We're cleansed. We're refreshed. We're going to start with glass three this time and see how those circus peanuts are doing. I still get a little bit on the nose. That's so weird because I'm sure anytime that I've drank any of these, I have never picked out circus peanuts. No circus peanuts on the palate that time. Pretty thin and like a tiny bit of spice, maybe a pepper. Not much to it. Not much substance to that one on that sip. Let's go. Glass two, sip two. That one's definitely got some more spice on the palate than this guy did. But overall, just a solid sip. We can go glass one, sip two, and then we're going to start in the middle, and then, I don't know, pick from there. That one also had a little bit of spice in it, and it's throwing me off because my understanding is that Blanton's is the number 2 mash bill, which I believe is the high rye mash bill. I have never looked up to see what this mash bill or this mash bill is, so I kind of assume, I know what assuming does, kind of assume that these have the same mash bill or similar mash bill. Don't know. But because I know that the Blanton's is the high rye mash bill, when I get that spice, I'm like, ooh, that's the Blanton's. And then I got it off of both of those. Very suspicious. All right, we're going to take a sip of water, and I'm going to start in the middle, because this guy hasn't had a fresh palate. We got to give him a chance. Hold on. All right. So, glass two, right in the middle. Let's go sip three. Glass two, sip three. The mouthfeel on it, right away, like it coated the tongue, and it felt very warm, very inviting. There's vanilla. I mean, it has, I feel like Buffalo Trace products, I just feel like usually when I drink regular Buffalo Trace, it just has like the typical whiskey or bourbon notes. You got vanilla, you got caramel. There's maybe a spice. A lot of people get fruit in Buffalo Trace, and I don't get it. I don't get the fruit. That doesn't mean it's not there. Just means my palate said there's no fruit. All right. So that was glass two. We're going to go glass one, sip three. Definitely more spice. But I'm going to say black pepper. But it's still not overpowering. The spice isn't, right? It's also got that really great mouthfeel. where it's warm. You get the vanilla and the caramel. So let's go glass 3, sip 3, and I'm going to tell you which one I liked best, and I'm going to tell you what I think it is. Got them circus peanuts again. All right. All right. You know I hate guessing because I'm always 99.8% of the time wrong. Pause. But I'm going to guess this time. Now, I'm going to tell you which one I like the best, and that is glass number 2. It just seemed, I hate this word, but it seemed a little bit smoother. It seemed thicker than this one, a little warmer and more inviting. And this one had a little bit more of that spice. It was also warm and had the standard notes. For me and my palate today, I like this one. Now, I'm going to go a little bit farther, and I'm going to say that on a day when I'm tired or I just want to sit and sip on something, I really think glass 3. I really think glass 3 would be great for that. But on a day that I want something that's got some kick and that's got a little, I don't know why my arm's doing that. If I want something that has, just a little more to it, then I would go glass 1. My tastes change daily. Like, I come home some days and I'm like, what do I want to drink? And I just stare at my shelf until something jumps out and says, that's what I want. So, glass 2, my favorite today. And I'm not going to rank them from there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to tell you that I think, I know I'm going to be wrong. Buffalo Trace, Traveler, Blanton. That's what I'm guessing. Are we ready? Are we ready to see how wrong I am? Sure we are. Let's do it. So I think this one is the Buffalo Trace. All right. I got it. That one says Buffalo Trace. So, and I think this guy's Blanton, and I think this is Traveler. I think I got this. I'm wrong. So help me. Hey, this has to be Blanton's. It has to be. Yes! You know what that means? That means that I got all 3 of these right. Do you know how often that happens? Never. Not once. Not ever. Ever. Feel like my palate's evolving. So proud of me. Anyway, that's enough of that. That was stupid. Anyway, so I will say that this Buffalo Trace, which is a store pick again, has a little bit more spice to it than what like a regular Buffalo Trace, what I think a regular Buffalo Trace tastes like. The Traveler, I found those circus peanuts in there, and I kind of just want to drink the whole bottle. I actually just want to go buy some circus peanuts, but we're not going to do that. So anyway, that's what I got. And I knew the Blanton's was a whole different mash bill because of the high rye. But honestly, I have zero faith in my palate and my ability to like pick out those things. But I'm proud of me today. I picked it out. So that means now that I can't put any more ryes in with regular stuff to taste. That's okay. That's all right. That means I'm growing, and I'll take it. That's every bit of everything that I got for y'all today. So I hope this helps, but there was nothing for it to help with. But I hope you guys have a great day. and go do something nice for somebody. Be nice to each other. And I will see you guys next time. Cheers.